Hey, Rita.
Welcome back to the Problematic Podcast, everybody. I am your friendly co-host, Rita. I'm here with my friendly, not so friendly, I think she's friendly, co-host, Whitney.
Yo, yo.
And we are going to get right into it today. You want to tell the people what you've been listening to this week?
So I keep going back to D'Angelo. Like, I just need to de-stress. I've been listening to lots of just I actually listened to D'Angelo and the Vanguard. Oh my God. Like, I want it on vinyl. Like, I'm starting to collect vinyl now. It's all your fault.
Oh yeah, blame me. Okay.
It's dangerous. This is
It
dangerous.
is dangerous. It is dangerous. I told you. The way I started, I said I'm only allowed to collect show tunes and jazz. Otherwise, I'd spend all of my damn money on vinyl.
It's
All of
expensive.
it. It cost. It ain't cheap.
You know what? We probably need to just go down to the thrift because I remember they had racks and racks and racks and racks of records.
They
and
do.
I'm like, why don't I just mosey on down there during the weekend? Leave the babe at home, obviously. But go down there and just pick up a few records for like $1.
Boom. We're going to set up a day because I know there's
Let's
one
go.
over in West Philly, and they had racks and racks, and I didn't get an opportunity to go through it then because I went to the Goodwill specifically for frames to put my artwork in. But yeah, we're gonna set up a date and do that.
Yes, let's do it. Record day.
Boom. So you've been listening to more D'Angelo and the Vanguard.
I do love D'Angelo. I also been listening to Leikeli 47.
Okay.
She's a rapper. She's really, really, really dope. Not so much your Megan Thee Stallion, not so much your Lauryn Hill, kind of a combination of both, and I like.
I'm here for it.
It's like good, just good, like semi-conscious, semi-ratchet, just a nice mix.
I'm here for it. I gotta check her out. You guys send me a link to that.
I absolutely will. Leikeli spelled Leikei. I'm sorry, Keli, the number 4 and the number 7.
Boom. I'm on it. So you know me, today is like Christmas for me.
Yes, it is.
Because
yes, it is.
We finally got our Silk Sonic album. It is out. It is here. Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars with his little adorable self have delivered finally, because we all thought it was a money laundering front at first. It felt very gimmicky. It felt like we're gonna put this single out and get some dollars from you folks and put on this very nice music video and then never give you anything else again. It took them a very long time.
Listen, bring your ass back
and give me my art. God damn it.
Give me the music.
But yeah, Silk Sonic's album came out midnight on Friday. So of course I was up at 9 a.m. on Friday listening. And somebody said on Twitter, and oh my God, I forgot his name. I'm going to find him and I'm going to give him his just shout outs. He said that the Silk Sonic album has him walking around like the sexiest nigga alive. And I was like, you know what, sir?
Yes.
You know what, sir? That is a full and comprehensive review of this album.
Publish it. Yes, that is a perfect.
that is a review. That is the review.
Yes, that is the review. It's clean sheets and candles lit and like a bubble bath and champagne. Music.
A good face routine. Yes, all of it. Yes, you washed your hair and did your facial and all of that in the same day. That is good.
There might be some loving. There might be some loving later. So
listen,
you know,
my favorite aspect of this album, I've had the opportunity to listen to it like 2.5 times so far.
Just 2.5.
Just 2.5. They're bringing back the Begging Your Girl in the Rain music, because you know in the 80s, these men were shameless. They'd be like, baby, you know,
you hear the rain in the back?
I did wrong. I did you wrong. But since you left my life, they brought that back. I am here for the Begging in the Rain. The album is featuring like intros from Bootsy Collins, who might be the smoothest Black man in music. Okay. I mean, you get Bootsy Collins at the beginning of your Crying in the Rain track. the ladies gonna feel it now. When y'all have y'all beefs and y'all arguments, you can just go on, put your song on, let the music speak for you, because you can't let music speak for you in your relationship nowadays, unless you really want to be broken up and send your partner to therapy. That's not. We are getting the let the music speak for you vibes again, and I am very much here for Silk Sonic and their album, because I thought for a while I wasn't gonna get no album. I was gonna have to fight somebody.
Listen, and I'm glad they delivered, because come on now, even if it is a gimmick, make some more money. We want it.
Okay,
give it to us.
And you're giving us good musicianship. You can tell they are in the studio with the instruments. The instruments,
the things to make the actual music.
I am here. Somebody said on the internet the other day, and I did agree with the music videos and how they're dressing up like 70s stars, that it almost felt almost like a parody, except when you actually listen to the music, and you can tell that both of these young men really do value musicianship and talent, and the talent is there. They're not poking fun at it. They're doing their best to honor it.
Right.
And they're not imitating it so much as, just really giving you their take on it. And I'm here for all of it.
I've heard it said about Bruno Mars in particular. Like Anderson .Paak is just like, when it comes to art,
chef's kiss. Kiss.
I've heard it said about Bruno Mars. He performs like he don't care that y'all in the room.
Listen,
he performs like he's having such a good time, and if you're there with him, fine.
That's great. But if you're not, listen, and that's true. And I think that's why he's such an amazing performer. I'm not a huge concert person, because for social as I am, I don't like being in rooms with tens of thousands of people smoking and smelling bad and all that jazz. Concerts can be real hit or miss.
Same.
I would go to a Bruno Mars concert. I would definitely go to a Bruno Mars and Anderson .Paak concert.
Listen, let them go on the road if it's safe.
We want Silk Sonic on the road when it's safe. We don't want... Right. We need merch. We need...
Give me the things. I'll buy them.
We deserve.
We do. Why don't we have these things?
Another exciting feature of the weekend, as far as music is concerned, is your auntie, Queen Mother Beyonce, also gave us a single from what's the movie? What is it? King Richard?
Oh,
no,
sorry.
I think it's King Richard, the Will Smith and the Williams sisters movie, called Be Alive. And I was like, okay, giving us woman empowerment and uplifting music. Come on, Beyonce. I don't know how she slipped that in there without all of the crazy fanfare, because the girls be alive and well when Beyonce drops music. The beehive buzzes, but that slipped in there. I just happened to be scrolling and saw that. I was like, hold on now.
Like, oh,
wait a minute.
Did you say music?
Yeah.
From Beyonce? From Beyonce?
Not from... I'm done. I'm turning my mic off. Good night, y'all. Have a blessed one. But yeah, it's been a good music weekend. I'm here for all of the things. We deserve all of the things, because the world is crazy. I'm going to get straight into my my problematic person of the week awards. There's something to be said about the injustice system in America, and it's just like it's like we keep getting spat on, but I'm gonna say that diatribe for later. My first problematic person of the week is the judge in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Oh
my God.
And that entire defense team.
Oh my God.
But I mean, this guy he's ridiculous. We all know that. We've already heard about him not allowing the word victim to be used by the prosecution, because you don't want the people who were murdered by Kyle Rittenhouse. There's no question of whether they were murdered by this person. We know for a fact that they are dead as a result of Kyle Rittenhouse coming to a state that he does not reside in, bringing an assault rifle and using that assault rifle to end lives. We know that for a fact. But now you got Judge Schroeder. He's making a scene by chastising the prosecutors. He's making inappropriate Asian food jokes as of yesterday, or I'm sorry, as of Thursday. And
are you kidding?
Yeah, yes. It's like every day there's something in the news about how awful this judge is and how his decisions are interrupting and distracting from the process of justice. And I'm just tired of it because I feel like this young man has a really good chance of getting off, even though his guilt is not in question. We know that he did it. He's not denying that he was the person with the gun who fired the gun and ended the lives of these people. So the antics from Judge Schroeder, he can go to hell. Kyle Rittenhouse can help him get there. They can go to hell together. My ultimate problematic person of the week award, this idiot gets a fucking trophy. The defense attorney in the Ahmad Aubrey case. Have you heard about this? Okay, so apparently,
tell the people.
Whitney's uncle Al Sharpton showed up.
Why he got to be my uncle?
Because you know all black people are your cousin, your uncle, or your auntie. Don't keep doing this. We know this already. So Al Sharpton showed up and sat with the family in the gallery during the trial. And the defense attorney, and I quote, said, "We don't want any more black pastors in here." Here was his entire quote. Well, not his entire quote, but a large chunk of his quote. "If we're going to start a precedent starting yesterday where we're going to bring in high-profile members of the African-American community into the courtroom to sit with the family during the trial in the presence of the jury, I believe it's intimidating, and that's an attempt to pressure or influence the jury." Now, I just happen to be black. And I just happen to have encountered a lot of pastors in my very short life. I have a pastor. I've had old pastors. I've had pastors who have now transitioned and gone on. These people don't strike me as the intimidating people in the community. Now, the motherfuckers that you're defending are quite intimidating because they're hopping in their trucks like a bunch of Klan members and gunning down unarmed joggers for no fucking reason other than they felt like killing a black man. But apparently the presence of a reverend or a pastor is what's intimidating. Mr. Goff. I saw the... Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. Because I am fit to be tied.
I saw the video of... I never saw the video or anything with Ahmad Aubrey because I can't watch... For my own mental health, I can't watch stuff like that. But I saw footage from the courtroom of his mother because it was the first time she had seen it.
Right.
And I'm sitting there just like, are you kidding? You're frustrated that members of the Black clergy are showing up in silent standing.
Silent solidarity with the family.
To just sit and support. You are having a family, not only, some people have to relive it, but some people have to like witness it for the first time, as with Ahmad Aubrey's mother's case. You have these people sitting in his courtroom just to show support. And that, you think those people are the intimidating ones? When I read an article that said, there were pieces of Ahmad's clothing on the freaking truck, from the truck, like on the grill of the truck, like they had tried to hit him with the car. Ridiculous. Like, but these preachers and these pastors that are sitting here to show support for this grieving family, as they're re-traumatized by the facts of the case, they are the bad guys.
Those are the intimidating people.
The fuck out of here. Jesus, whenever.
Any asteroid us, please. Asteroid us, please, because we don't deserve to be here anymore. It's sickening and it's disgusting, and like, our justice system is not just. It's exhausting. Like you said, you have a member of the clergy, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that Al Sharpton does not have notoriety and his name and his face aren't recognizable. I'm not saying that, but what's he going to do? He's not testifying. He's intimidating. Right. What's he going to do? Is he going to get up and yell at you? Like, how is that intimidating? He's just sitting there. Why? Are y'all just afraid of Black folks? Well, if not for this trial testifying to, they are afraid of Black folks.
Terrified
But
of black
yeah,
folks.
the guy who's not accused of murder and is a member of the clergy and is there sitting in solidarity with the family is the intimidating person and not the guy on trial for
Sure.
murder. Incredible. Incredible.
Sure.
Incredible.
Trash.
One day we'll understand it better by and by. But yeah,
I don't
those
want to. I don't want to fucking understand it. I want the shit to end. I will never be okay understanding why these people behave the way they are because they're monsters. And
animals.
I'm in good company because there's so many other people who feel that same way. They're like, I don't understand. I don't understand. I get the DMs all the time. I don't understand how people can feel this way. I don't. And I keep trying to tell people, be comforted that you don't understand. Be comforted that you don't get that. That's a good sign. That's a sign of humanity that you don't understand how someone can hate somebody because fill in the blank.
Right. Fill in the blank because they're oh God, it's exhausting. It's tiring. We got these 2 trials going on at the same time.
At the same damn time.
All of the news coming out of both of them just really reeks of a serious lack of injustice from the defense attorneys, from the judges. It's just like a mockery of justice. And I'm tired.
With the Kyle Rittenhouse case, if the judge continues to behave the way he is, which I don't doubt that he's going to suddenly shift or change, it's setting them up for an appeal.
Right.
It's setting them up for an appeal. It's setting them up for a higher court. I was just listening to Higher Learning, and Rachel on that show, she in a former life was a lawyer before she became all the things that she is right now. And she was saying that this is leading up to an appeal because this judge is literally making a mockery of justice, right? I could give a fuck what's going on with the defense team of Ahmad Aubrey. Those men are going to jail.
Right.
They're going to jail. There's no way they're not going to jail.
Or so we think. Let's hope. Let us hope.
If they don't, they literally, there's a mountain of evidence. Right. And it would have to be egregious racism. Like, I know that people were upset. This is Georgia, but there's also people like that. You can't look facts. Well, shit, maybe.
It's not funny. It's not funny, but
it's not funny. We're laughing to keep from screaming.
Right. I mean, you gotta hold on to hope because all of the evidence, like you said, is overwhelming. It's on film. You murdering this man, you attacking this man, you arriving upon this man, you shooting this man. It's all in video, and neither of these defendants have a good explanation for why they got in their car and a man ended up murdered.
No. Now, the thing that's going to suck is if there is not an intense sentencing.
Right.
That's the thing that's going to suck, because I don't believe in the prison system necessarily, but these motherfuckers need to go to jail.
Yes. Put them inside the prison.
Them up, lock them away.
Dig a hole in the prison and then put them in the hole and then cover the hole up.
Let's switch, because racists love to like come into my comments and say, well, if the roles were reversed, I'm like, all right, let's reverse the roles. Let's say 3 black men come along a white male jogger and brutally beat him up and murder him. You think the right won't take that as an opportunity to talk about these animals and these thugs?
Ridiculous.
These miscreants. You think?
Just don't ever have anything intelligent to say.
And they're very repetitive. Have you ever noticed that they just keep using the same scare tactics? They scare all the ignorant white people, and that scares them into voting a certain way or acting a certain way, and then they're going into their kids' rooms and looking for critical race theory books, and then not returning. Did you hear about that?
I love how critical race theory is giving these people the sickness. I hope they are just sliding down the wall, crying and throwing up every day.
They're teaching our children that being white is not okay.
They're teaching our children how awful our own parents were, and we don't like it.
How awful our own history is.
If my grandfather was a garbage ass person, I probably wouldn't want my kids to know too. But since my grandfather wasn't out here lynching people and
terrorizing people
and terrorizing children,
burning down entire neighborhoods because they were mad about something.
Can't relate. They
Can't
are
relate.
just disgusted. It's like, oh my God, why are you going to tell our kids how awful we are?
Like big in their feelings, like this manufactured. Did we talk about this last week? That this whole critical race theory thing is manufactured?
No, no, we did not.
Child. All right. Homework for our listeners. Look up who, and don't spend too much time with this, but look up who Christopher Rufo is. Rufo. Christopher Rufo is a conservative activist, basically a terrorist, who, because there's no such thing as conservative activism as far as I'm concerned.
No,
No, you're
that's made up.
no. What are you being an activist for? Hatred? That makes you a terrorist. Continuing on. He basically found critical race theory from because he was looking up something because he didn't want to use political correctness. Woke doesn't carry the same levity and it doesn't scare people enough. It's not clear enough. But the words critical race and then just theory at the end of it just suddenly scared people so badly. So he literally tweeted, "We have taken critical race theory. We're going to turn it. We're going to make it into." He put this whole thing on the internet, like the whole plan, and then executed it. And now there's like all of these campaigns and stuff to stop critical race theory. Most of these mofos don't even know what critical race theory is. That it's not a philosophy. It's it's based heavily in the law. It's all about the laws, how laws continue racism throughout, the legal system and stuff like that, which we're currently talking about.
Right.
But it's all in legal matters. And unfortunately, people don't even want to do the Googles. So while they're ranting and raving on Facebook on the same devices that they could simply Google and see that this thing was like
$1,000 supercomputer in your pocket.
It's right there. It's right there. I'm shaking my computer.
You're paying for it every month. Why not use it?
Google is free.
It is free.
It's free. It's right there. You could look it up. And I'm like, this theory is older than I am. This theory is like 40 some odd years old. But y'all are so scared of big fancy words in academia and intelligence and science and all these things like that you just instantly want to fight about it. I saw a meme that said, so the parents of the kids in class who are learning about Ruby Bridges don't want to learn that don't want the kids to learn that their grandparents were terrorizing Ruby Bridges.
Exactly. Exactly. And it's got them sick and beside themselves. Yes, your own grandparents. In some instances, your parents were disgusting human beings. And calling them human beings is gracious.
Generous.
And you don't like it. You don't want your kids to know about it. It's not that it really bothers you. It doesn't bother you. You just don't want it taught to your kids. And God forbid we make a 6th grader cry because people who look like his parents and his grandparents were nasty and disgusting. Heaven forbid.
There's a story about this not even young woman, a child, 10-year-old child named Izzy in Utah. She's apparently a student at the Davis. I forget what the school district is. Long and the short, she's no longer with us because she was so bullied because she's Black and autistic that she decided that it was just better not to be here anymore. 10 years old.
No. Oh, no.
And apparently the Justice Department, the United States Justice Department
they should call it something else.
What?
They should call it something else. Calling it the Justice Department seems...
They should, because there's a lot of injustice. But the point is, they just sent in all of their own investigation around this particular school district, and it is rife with hatred. And so I'm just like, and then so I posted about it, and my DMs are full from moms coming and saying, my kid is experiencing something similar. My kid is, this is happening to my child. This is happening to my kid. Well, what do we do? Well, and it's just like I'm happy because they feel like they're validated in their own anger and frustration, but I'm upset because this is happening across the board. And as a mom of a Black child, as a mom of a Black little girl, I'm furious. And I don't know if I want to start homeschooling because I don't know enough about that. And as a public school kid, I feel weird about that. But also I don't want to send her out into the world where children, like this is children. She's like the little girl I was talking about, she's 10. And
Babies.
so that means that 10-year-olds were packed to the gills with terrible things. They had to have learned it from somewhere. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to put my heart outside of my body in these institutions where she's not going to be safe. I don't know. So we'll
That's
see
fair.
when it's time for school. I keep reading about people starting schools, and I'm like,
Yeah.
no.
Pods. I've been seeing a lot of that, especially since the pandy started.
Mm-hmm.
And
So I'm
I'm
like,
seeing a lot of great things come from it too. Like a lot of the response and feedback has been very, very positive, and kids are excelling with smaller learning groups, and you
safety.
know, well, that's huge. Safety from other awful kids and their parents teaching, but also safety from the coronavirus. They're going to get into some more lighthearted stuff because
Let's
this
get to
week
some
is
levity.
clearly heavy. Can we talk about how
Oh boy. Oh boy.
daylight
Usually when you
savings
wipe your
time?
face like that.
No, I'm wiping my face because I still haven't recovered. What is it about? Is it daylight savings time this particular year? Or is it the older you get, the more violent and
It was a brutal
and
attack.
it is a brutal attack. I am not okay.
I
I am not. I will tell you a true story. It's story time on the Problematic Podcast. True story. This week had to be Tuesday. Tuesday, I am tired. I am exhausted. It is dark outside. I put on my pajamas. I get in bed. I watch TV for about 20 minutes. Don't laugh because this is my real life. I watch TV for 20 minutes. I turned the TV off. I rolled over. I kissed my love on the forehead. I said, "Good night, babe." She said, "Good night, babe," because she was already asleep. I roll over to plug my cell phone up. The screen illuminates. It is 7:48 in the evening. I am dead dog tired at 7:48 in the evening. My TV is off. My pajamas are on. The ceiling fan is on. I am tucked in. It is 7:48 in the evening. Daylight savings time chose violence, and daylight savings time this year got hands like Tyson on a Coke line. It makes zero sense to me. 0 cents. Stop laughing. Help me understand what is happening to me. I was in bed at 7:48 in the evening. I could not keep my eyes open.
I can't breathe. Oh no.
I was struggling. I turned the TV back on because I was hoping, I was like, I can't go to bed at 7:48 because I'm going to wake up at like 3:48 in the a.m. and then my whole fucking day is going to be screwed up. 7:48 in the p.m. We were out as a family. We were in bed. Good night. Pets are down. Dishes are washed. Pajamas are on. Lights out. 7:48. The evening news hadn't even come on.
Because it wasn't like evening.
Help me understand.
Honey. I understand. I think my daughter went through something similar where she was just like, all right, just put me to bed. I'm like, it's 6:30. And she's like,
said,
no.
Put me to bed.
Put me to bed. You know how babies throw their arms up. No. Yes. Put me to bed.
Now.
All right, well, why don't we watch it? No. I don't care about the program. I want to go to sleep.
Good night.
I said bed.
This daylight savings time is harsh. It's abusive. It's violence. It's got violence. Hands.
Listen,
just put the hands all over me.
I feel personally like traumatized by this. I was like, why? I wake up when it's dark. I go to sleep when it's dark. Like I work when it's dark. Like where do I live?
There's no sunlight. Why is there no sunlight at all?
Like what is happening? The sun is out for like 5 minutes. It's like, all right, good night, y'all. What? And my daughter's like, I go to sleep when it's dark outside. And we're like, yes, but it's 4:30.
No, it's dark outside. You missed what outside. She was saying. It's dark outside. No, so I go to sleep.
She understands. No, she understands what's real. So
my body said, shut it the fuck down at 7:48 p.m.
Lights out.
Not a
Lights
creature
out.
was stirring, not even a
Even a
mouse.
mouse.
At
The whole house was
I've never, and I don't know, again, I don't know if it's this year, like just this particular year, maybe it was just a rough week this week. I can't do this again next year. I might not survive it. I don't, my body literally shuts off at 5:39 in the evening every day. I haven't adjusted yet. It's been a week. Help me.
It's okay. It's okay. No, it's
Is
okay.
it?
You're not by yourself. We're all wondering like why we even have to do this anymore.
Why are we still doing this?
Why are we still doing this?
This
You
is
educated me on why we
caveman
did it to
shit.
begin with.
Why are we doing this? We're not fighting a world war. We're not trying to conserve energy and resources. Can we just stop assaulting working people who are
and children?
I just got on a sleep schedule. I felt like a adulty adult by being able to go to bed. I settled down 9:30. I'm like, all right, it's pajama time. I'm gonna read a book, watch some TV. No,
come on, read a book.
Read a book and watch some TV. Those are my evening things. And I'm the person who stays up late in the house.
Yeah, because I was like, aren't you a night owl?
I am a night owl, but adulty Marita, family Marita is doing very good. She's asleep by like 11:15 now.
Look at you.
And daylight savings time came to fuck up my life, just wreak havoc and be violent.
We had a baby on a sleep schedule. She was on the sleep schedule. In the last few days, she's been waking up at like 6, and this morning she woke up at 5. And we were just like, oh no, you were doing so well. Like, what is happening? So, and I think she was frustrated too because she didn't sound happy. Like, she's usually happy to wake up. She was like, oh no, it's still dark outside. Like, is it broken? What's happening out there?
Daylight savings time was forged in hell by the devil himself, just to fuck people up.
We're teaching the children that.
We should put that in school. Critical race theory and how daylight savings time is built to kill and destroy. It's just walking through the land looking to seek, kill, and destroy.
That's terrible.
It is terrible. It is. I can't do it. It's fucking me up. Help.
I'm sorry, friend.
Help. I saw something this morning and I had to share it with you because it's so profound. Because you and I have talked extensively about how, we miss old Kanye, but we think old Kanye was like a scam because maybe old Kanye was never really real Kanye. Maybe that was the fake Kanye who was put here to get us all on board. And then boom, he just ripped off his face and Kanye is just crazy as hell. But I was watching The Breakfast Club and I was watching video clips and Soulja Boy was on The Breakfast Club. And let me tell you something about Soulja Boy. He might be one of my favorite entertainers because it's not the music that's entertaining me anymore when it comes to it's him. And my theory I developed this morning, and I'm sharing it with you because I feel like it's profound. It's goofy as hell, but it's profound. Soulja Boy is crazy in the way that Kanye West thinks he's crazy. He's volatile. He's hilarious. He just jumps out and says things and make you go, Soulja Boy crazy as hell, but he might be right. And he ain't wrong when he's like, I was the first to do this. I was the first to do that. And we all sit there and go, well, we can't name nobody who did it before you, Soulja Boy. So you might be right.
You might be right.
You might be the innovator that the crazy people in your head tell you are. I really think that's what Kanye West thinks he is.
Oh,
but in reality, Kanye West is just toxically crazy. Like, he's just off the rails. And he does say some profound things every now and again. However, he says things that really make us wonder if it's the meds or a lack of meds or like, is he a danger to himself? Like, it's scary. But I was sitting there thinking today when I was watching it, I was like, this is who Kanye West thought he was when he was running up on stages, stealing mics and telling everybody that Beyonce had the greatest video of the year. Soulja Boy is really that, and it's just natural to him. He's not drunk. He might be under the influence of something. I don't know. Let me take that back. I won't say one way or another, but this young man gets in front of a mic and gets in front of a camera and just be like, I'm the greatest there ever was, and let me tell you why. And we're like, well, we don't really have any facts to dispute that. You just keep yelling and screaming, and it's funny.
Why are you yelling at us?
because he's upset because we don't get him because he's crazy as hell.
You know,
We got to keep that baby lifted in prayer because he is
do
hilarious. We do. We do. No, I want.
You can have him.
I
I pray that no harm.
for him.
I pray that no harm and no danger comes to him.
He's
I
funny.
think that's where my prayers kind of like fizzle out.
That's fine. I was also the person at the Millennium Tour right before COVID started in 2020, and he was one of the artists. And I've never been more happy to just jump up and down in my stadium seat and see Soulja Boy and Bow Wow and my whole like teen years just there performing because he puts on a show because he's crazy as hell.
I mean, yes.
I mean, if nobody else believes in his art, guess who does believe in his art?
He believes in his own art.
He believes in his art. He is crazy in the way that Kanye West wishes he was crazy. But Kanye West is a different kind of crazy.
No, I feel like he's cresting on his evil billionaire years. So like he thinks that he's relatable, and he like I heard clips from the Drink Champs interview, and he's talking about eradicating classism. Meanwhile, he's saying on the same podcast, different moment, I want to erase classism, but also Balenciaga Drawls, and I can live wherever I want, and I'm the richest person on this call. So do you want to eradicate classism, or do you just want people to recognize that you are a class above everybody else? Like, let's make it make sense. It's not cohesive.
It's not cohesive, but you can't expect cohesive thoughts from Kanye West. And that's the crazy thing is even when Kanye West makes a lot of sense, you just don't know what was said 5 minutes after that. And it might make you insane listening to him. It's not to say, you know, the saying, a broke clock is right twice a day. And it is.
Just twice. But just twice. Two times.
Like he's so profoundly in his own head and unwell in so many ways that it's like you can be like, damn, Kanye's right, and then you be like, you know what, it might be time to cancel Kanye because
something wrong with
sometimes he sounds like a DC or Marvel villain. Like Kanye West,
I'm getting.
Kanye West puts the kind of sentences together that make you go, this nigga might give Gotham a really hard time this week.
Like a really hard time. Like, well, who would be Batman then?
I don't know who's Batman. We haven't figured that out yet, but between the baby, the way Steve Harvey dressed, and Kanye West, Gotham got a fucking problem on its hands. Gotham need help.
It's just rife with crime and these thugs.
Rife with crime and these thugs.
Rife with wealthy crime too. Wealthy.
Batman got to sit out here and fight homophobia. He got to fight classism, even though he's a billionaire, so he part of the problem. The world has just run amok with DC villains.
Racists, like he's downplaying Black leadership and Black heroes to uphold white leadership and white heroes. It's just like, you know what it feels like? And I might be crazy for saying this. This is what it feels like. It feels like Kanye is looking for validation from people who never validated him before. So it started with his backpack phase, and he was trying to appeal to Black folks because I guess he wasn't like the cool kid. So he's trying to appeal to the Black folks. And then as he got that affirmation, he felt more comfortable, more confident to say the things that we were all saying and all thinking, right? But he had always had his mother to temper that. Once she was out of the picture, and he started to remember, because she was a professor,
right?
And she always like had him like, you know, she was able to counterbalance the foolery. But once she was gone, he had no one to counterbalance the foolery. I don't think that he went and like really checked on his own mental stability after that. His music started to reflect that, and then, you know, now we're here with billionaire Kanye, where he's just like.
His villain arc just grows. It abounds.
The villain arc. You see it?
Abounds. And it's like you want something deep inside. And I keep saying, you know, I'm done with Kanye. I haven't listened to Donda because I just don't have the spiritual strength to try and like settle upon. And so it's easier for some people to be like, okay, he's crazy, but he makes good music, but he
Mm-mm.
says very harmful things.
I
I'm
can't.
having a harder time with it. I think in my old age, it just doesn't work the same. But hearing him double
Mm-mm.
down on his support of Donald Trump
Mm-hmm.
really didn't make me feel good. It's like, damn, even when there's an inkling of me wanting to just be like, Kanye
Mm-mm.
gonna be all right, he gonna get the help he needs, he's made some mistakes, but
Mm-mm.
anybody can redeem themselves. Maybe he's in a better place now. We always want to say maybe Kanye's in a better place now.
Mm-mm.
Always. And every single time
He
Kanye
disappoints
opens
us.
his mouth and
Mm-mm.
disappoints us,
Mm-mm. No,
it hurts. It
it
hurts.
does. It does. He's rolling around with like problematic people. He's saying problematic things. He went through that Christian phase, but there's nothing wrong with Christians, but he went like off the deep end with a lot of those things.
Yeah, those cult meetings on Sundays were very interesting because it looked very much like a cult. I
And
watch a
he
lot of
didn't pay
cult
his
documentaries.
musicians. You heard about that?
Garbage. No, I didn't hear about that, but
Mr. Billionaire Kanye.
do I look
I believe
shocked?
that there's no, because I don't believe it was real. I don't believe it was authentic. I
No.
believe that this was just another market where he could like try to find validation from people who he hadn't previously had validation from before. I feel like
Yeah.
he's constantly chasing validation. So he married a Kardashian because
Ew.
they're like the I'm doing air quotes, listeners. They're the pinnacle of whatever's going on. He, he wanted validation from the racist whites, so he started trying to appeal to the Trump folks. um I feel like there's a full circle moment, like where he's going to come back because enough black people were like, oh no, screw this, forget this,
Yeah.
and he's going
This
to
like
want our validation once again,
this
but
is
we're
a
not going to
lie.
have it for him.
Right. Well, we got nothing for you because you over there
Mm-mm,
playing with the Trumps and the Kardashians of the world.
mm-mm,
I got
mm-mm.
nothing
And now
for you.
the Kardashians were done with you. They're like, nah, we out.
He's
You gave us
crazy,
our
crazy.
you gave us our mixed babies.
You've
Like,
you've
you
out
did what we had to
crazied
do.
the Kardashians, which isn't
They're not
easy to
crazy.
do.
They're not crazy though. They're
Calculated.
calculated.
You
Yep.
are right. You are right.
They're not crazy, and that's why, like after the babies and stuff like that, Kim was like, "Oh, you
Mm.
gave me what I needed. I needed my brown babies. Thank you. Bye."
Not the brown babies.
You
I don't
know
know
they
if
be
I'm
loving brown babies in that family. Look at that family.
to the
The only one
person
that ain't got
who's
a brown baby is the well, no, the oldest one doesn't have any brown babies, and the model one doesn't have any brown babies.
to the person who said, what's the Kardashians' mom's name? I can never remember her
Chris.
damn name. To the person who said Chris has more black grandchildren than Diana Ross, I pray that you're having a blessed and beautiful
You
day
know what?
because that was some of the
Mm-hmm.
funniest shit I've ever heard. Wait, the
Wait,
worst part was they did a side by side of all of
no,
Chris's
no.
grandkids and a picture of all of Diana Ross's grandkids. And I was like, you know what? This isn't funny, but this is also
I'm
hilarious.
sorry, that's funny. That's
All grandkids deserve love, regardless of who
no
they
one said
belong
anything about
to.
babies. We love the babies. We
Right.
pray for
But
the babies.
I thought it was hilarious. It was
That is
funny.
funny.
It was funny. It was
That is
true. It
commentary.
was rooted in fact. And they provided picture evidence.
Receipts.
There was a graphic, and we couldn't do nothing but go, you know what? Facts are being made. Points are being made.
We see you. We acknowledge.
Yeah. Shout out to Tracee Ellis Ross also, because I love her campaign of like, I ain't got no man and I ain't gotta have no kids. And guess what? I'm still winning. I'm still
And I'm
successful.
happy.
And I'm having the time of my life. Because this whole women can't be happy if they're single movement is a lie. It's propaganda.
Who said that? Who lied to y'all?
Men. I think it was men.
Like, maybe y'all aren't happy without us, but I believe that there's research to back up that single women are like some of the happiest people.
And Tracee Ross just seemed to be getting thicker and more blessed. And God
Listen, that
looks
hair
like he is
lustrous. That
shining
skin.
down the favor on her. She is winning. Every time I see a picture for her, I'm like, this is not the Tracee from Girlfriends, but I am here for the physical developments.
Listen, she just got finer. I was like, did you just get finer?
Yes.
I'm down for it.
She can have whoever she wants, and she is choosing to be like, nah, I'm good.
Me. I want me.
I want me. I'm here for all of it. God may he continue to bless Tracee Ellis Ross.
Amen. I'm here for it.
I'm here for all of it. We support women being different and doing wonderful things because this whole, women aren't happy if they're single narrative is nonsense. Let me tell you something. Being single is a great time. Being a family person is also wonderful. Both things can be true. And all of the women that I know and love who are single are having the fucking time of their lives.
A ball.
And traveling and eating good.
Spoiling everybody else's kids.
Growing their hair and taking makeupless photos and sleeping. I made a post the other day saying I can't wait to take a nap or something. And my friends with toddlers were like, what is a nap? What is accurate nap?
That is true. So the children get naps. We get naps.
Oh, I get naps. I get a nap in. I am a napper. I love naps.
I love a good nap.
That 4:30 to 6 p.m. window, that's a beautiful nap window. And 11 to 2 on a weekend, also a great nap window.
So that 4:30 to 6 one sounds dangerous in the current climate that we live in.
Oh, it is. You
go to sleep and the sun's out. You
now
wake up in the dark, you're like, what time is it?
It's nighttime. Just close your eyes, try to go back to sleep.
Just go back to sleep.
But yeah, no, I'm here for the naps. I'm here for the women doing the wonderful things. I'm here for the men doing the wonderful things too. I always say respect yourself, kings. And Whitney hates when I call people kings, but I do it facetiously because it's funny. Just embrace the whole teppery of it all.
No,
why won't you? You can't embrace the whole. You won't,
because everybody wasn't a damn king. Like, look at the way kingdoms are set up. There is one king. There's a bunch of peasants. Now,
Whitney called y'all peasants.
Yes,
Whitney called y'all
peasantry. That the peasant class that existed, under Mansa Musa is very different than the peasant class that existed under like some European kings. So
yeah, that's true.
We could talk about that. How like the kingdom of Mansa Musa was extraordinarily wealthy, and that even today, if they translated the amount of money and commerce that was going on with Mansa Musa, he's still like billions richer than Elon Musk, and that makes me happy.
That makes me super happy.
Because fuck Elon Musk.
All right. I like it.
Motherfucker said, no, someone said that he could solve world hunger, and then someone, I don't know if it was him or if somebody doctored up a meme, but supposedly he said, well, let's do it. Someone give me the facts and figures. I'm like, you're not going to solve it's like 2% of his wealth would solve world hunger. And like, when you get to that point of wealth, like, first of all, I can't even imagine being able to solve world hunger, having the money to do it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, that would just be a normal thing. All right, fine. Yeah, we're solving world hunger.
And now it's solved.
Give me billions.
Merry Christmas.
That's why, like, God, you could bless me with Elon's billions and we could solve these problems down here. What you want? What you want?
Yeah. I mean, because when you have that much money, you can give half of it away and still have too much damn money.
You're still going to like outlive your money. Your kids are going to outlive your money unless they do something fucking foolish.
Well,
I hate that. Does happen.
I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm stuck on you calling people peasants, and that's going to be my ministry for the rest of the week. Whitney said you're a peasant, and y'all giving me peasant energy right now.
Because there was only one ruling class. Like, we got to be honest. It's okay that not everybody was a king. It's all right that you weren't descended from kings. That is okay. I think that our problem is that we look at authority and forget that also comes with responsibility. Like, everybody wants to be a king, but nobody wants to have to rule like one. Everybody wants the prestige and the adoration, but nobody wants the actual responsibility of taking care of the kingdom.
I want the nice things.
Yeah, you want to wear the jewels and the crown, but you don't want to have to like go to war and be the first person.
No, I'm not about that.
No, not you specifically, but
no. I just wanted to put that on record that I don't want to. That's not my.
I'm just saying.
No. I don't want to have to get up early. I don't want to have to train. I don't want to have to do the fighting. That's not me. I'm more of a grapes in bed kind of girl. I just want to be laid out like the women in the Italian Renaissance paintings. Just
they be having
lawless, plenty of wine to go around.
There's like a bath somewhere being run for you.
It's like Bitches, grapes, and
Leisure.
wine. This is what God intended for me.
Is that the
Bitches, grapes,
title?
and wine. No, the title of today's episode is absolutely going to be Balenciaga Drawls, because when you said that, I was just done inside.
Because that's what the man said. He said, I just showed up with my Louis Vuitton Speedy. That's not what he said, but I just threw it in there. I just showed up with my little backpack and I ain't had no underwear. And so Balenciaga came and now I have Balenciaga underwear. And I'm sitting there
Boom.
just like, bruh, do you know that socks are some of the most requested items at homeless shelters?
He
And
don't know
here
that.
you go.
He don't know that. And you know what? We gotta just lower our I know I have lowered my expectations of Mr. Balenciaga Draws, and I'm not here to
You're
drag that
not calling
man.
him that.
That's his name. You named him that, and you named today's podcast
I
episode.
didn't do that.
You name every
I
episode,
I
whether you
did not
realize
do
it or not. But
that. I just be
Mr.
talking.
Balenciaga Draws has just surpassed the level of which I can care to set expectations on him. Sir, just do what the fuck you want. Just don't kill nobody.
Right,
Please don't
like,
get to that point.
please don't, and please take care of yourself. Like, you got 4 children that love you. Like, please take care of yourself, because
Please.
I'm getting concerned.
I'm getting concerned. I think the more people find valid reasons to reject him, the more it actually bothers and disturbs him. And that can't, again, I'm no mental health professional. I just feel like a lot of the things that he does are attention seeking in ways that are just not healthy. Like I said, you know, it's that Soulja Boy dynamic. It's like Soulja Boy stands up and he screams some ridiculous stuff. And it's funny and it's viral and we lean into it because it's like, okay, he crazy, but let's hear what he's got to say. I think Kanye West absolutely wants that too, but he's not getting that because he's saying some off the wall stuff and he's saying it under a red hat. Sir, I'm not trying to hear what you have to say. I'm not. I'm just
Scooch
not.
over. We're trying to see the other crazy person. Sit your ass down.
We want to see the good crazy people. You're in the way.
Crazy. We want to see the relatable crazy person. You are unrelatable to us.
Nurse, come get him, please. Mr. Balenciaga Drawls is out here being ridiculous again. God, you are hilarious.
You are hilarious.
No, I thank God for you because you really do make me laugh because there's something wrong with these people. And I'll be sitting here thinking, is it me? Am I crazy? And then I talk to you and you go, no, girl.
No, girl. No. We are having a global group chat about these people because we're just like, what is up with you?
What is going on? It's like, even back when I understand crazy people live among us, it's like the Bible says, with like the poor will be among you always. I get it. We got to deal with the crazy people, but I feel like the pandemic really put a battery in the back of lunatics. Like, even the situation with the baby. What did you see in that parking lot that made you say all of that kind of stuff? Like, what made you get on this stage, grab a microphone, and let people know that you are just not in your right damn mind today?
That you don't care about any money, that you don't care about any of your success.
You just don't want to be on tour this. Right. You don't want to be on tour this summer. You just want to miss out on all the festival money. Fine. Crazy. Like,
you could have just said that.
The anti-maskers.
You know what? I need a break. I just need a break.
People are getting put on the no-fly list because they just want to be fucking crazy. The last place in America your ass need to be crazy is the airport. You could be crazy everywhere else in America. And for the most part, people will be like, oh my God, that motherfucker's crazy. But let you be. Not at the airport, though. If you want to take a Greyhound for the next 7 years, by all means. But that is not my preferred method of transportation.
I will wave at you from the plane.
I can want to snap in the airport, but I won't snap in the airport.
I don't. Well, it has to be a lot because when I'm in transit, I'm in transit, you know. And now we're gonna be traveling with this little kid. Like, I'm not thinking about anything else, but like, make her take a nap on this plane.
Right.
Make her take a nap so she doesn't disturb me and the rest of these folks. And let's get to our destination unharmed and not sick.
The biscotti that Delta serves on its flights are not worth sacrificing. I don't care what none of y'all say.
No, and being able to travel free throughout the country. I mean, freely, not free. Freely throughout the country. That's it's not worth it. But here y'all go fighting flight attendants and shit, like because they asked you to pull up your mask on a plane where you knew that you had to wear a mask. Y'all have lost your mind.
People are just plumb crazy. People are quitting their
Crazy.
jobs because they don't want to get vaccinated. And I wholeheartedly support people who standing up for what they believe in, but unemployment looks hungry and I can't do that. I don't have it in me. So I'm vaccinated and I'm gonna just take my ass to work.
I don't mind it when it comes to certain industries. Like, oh, you don't believe in public safety and you're a cop and you don't believe in public safety with a vaccine. Oh, then you shouldn't be a cop.
You
I
shouldn't
said
be a cop.
these vaccines are doing what the civil rights movement and the Black Lives Matter movement has failed to do, removing officers who do not actually care about public safety. So wonderful. You took the trash out for me. Thank you.
I will never understand it. I am just confused by the level of crazy going on right now. I want y'all to be okay.
Therapy.
We should just make, in school where you have gym, you have music, you have art, and it's like that gives your teachers like a prep period. Just put therapy in there. Just get everybody in therapy starting in the 3rd grade.
Just go ahead.
Clearly we all need it.
Especially the last few years. Like we're all like a little unhinged. It's okay. Our world's got disrupted. What's not okay is acting in piss poor behavior because of it. That's not okay.
Is there something in the COVID? Is there something in the COVID making us crazy?
I think that people were always like this. I think it got amplified because we were stuck at home for a few months.
Yeah.
And God forbid, like y'all couldn't watch sports, y'all couldn't go to your concerts, y'all didn't have any distraction. And then all of a sudden all these Black people start dying, like we've been telling y'all, and y'all were like, oh my God, racism is so bad, we need to do something. And so you break out your cardboard, your pussycat hat, and you put it on and you start marching around the summertime screaming about shit. And then 16 months later, y'all acting like, oh no, the Black people are just so much, like you guys are just, it's too woke, and like we've already moved on past the Black square on the Instagram, like we've already done this. It's like this trend is over. And so then y'all are like mentally unhinged, and now you're freaking out because you're standing in line for avocados and you're just minding your own business, and here go Karen in the front of you throwing groceries out of her cart because the cashier just asked her to put up a mask.
And let me tell you something, this might be bad, but I'm about to become a Karen also, because why the fuck are avocados $5?
To be fair, that's Karen worthy. You want to call somebody.
I took a picture of the sign in the market because I was like, I don't understand why avocados are $5 each. I'm about to erect a soapbox in which I preach about the unfair and unjust prices of avocados.
I'm not gonna hold you. I feel like I need to talk to the manager about that. Like that's not just. That's not right.
Is this a typo? No,
that's not of God.
It's not of God. God wouldn't make $5 avocados. Something has gone wrong here. Like I knew the economy was going sideways, and I knew inflation was happening because gas prices were problematic. However, these $5 avocados have got to go. That's going to be my campaign for the week. We got to get the price of avocados down. Yep.
I believe in it.
We are ending the episode right here on that level of ridiculous. $5 avocados. Y'all have a blessed week.
Bye, y'all.
Have a great week. Bye.